I lovingly call Rabbi Elena my rabbi. But I want to thank you all so much for your courage, because I know it's not been easy. I know for me, my Jewish neighbors in my district, in the 12th Congressional District, I talked to one of my Jewish neighbors who's a leader in the Jewish community, who said, you know, Rashida, my children are in Jerusalem. I said, my grandmother is in the West Bank with my cousins, my aunts, my uncles. We have more to lose if we don't get a ceasefire, if we don't move towards coexistence and towards understanding this violence is not making anyone safe. So thank you again. I am proud, incredibly proud, to stand in solidarity with the rabbis here, the Jewish peace advocates here today calling for an immediate ceasefire and end of the violence. Thank you again for your voice and courage at this moment in time. While there are growing attempts to silence those speaking up for human rights, even in this chamber, fighting to save lives, no matter faith, no matter ethnicity, should not be controversial. My colleagues must recognize our shared humanity, the value of human life. There are millions of people across our country right now who are horrified watching the government support collective punishment of Palestinians while the Israeli government continues to carry war crimes by cutting off water, food, and life-saving medical care. I know I've seen the stats. I mean, the polling shows the majority of Americans, over 65% of Americans, including 80% of them being Democrats, want a ceasefire. They are also horrified that our president is calling on Congress to find more bombs that are being dropped on innocent civilians. Our movement for a ceasefire is only growing stronger. I say this all the time, consistently to my colleagues. When they tell me that folks are coming to their offices, I said, it's not me. It's your constituents. It's your residents that are asking you to speak up and end the violence. We will not be intimidated. We will not be silenced. And we will not stop until we save lives. We will continue to demand a ceasefire, demand the immediate delivery of humanitarian aid in Gaza, demand the release of all hostages and those arbitrarily detained, demand every American to come home, and demand that Palestinian people to live free from occupation. 11,000 Palestinians. Just like you, Rabbi, I know someone that knows someone that has been impacted by the continued killings, including over 4,000 children. I know Netanyahu and his extremist government are now saying that Israeli forces would take security responsibility for Gaza for an indefinite period of time. That's not about safety. The forced displacement of Palestinians began, as you all know, 75 years ago. The occupation has been ongoing for over 56 years. Perpetuating this illegal occupation will not lead to a just and lasting peace. We already know. We tried. It didn't work. The path to peace must include addressing the root causes of our conflict and ending the blockade and the occupation. Folks laugh all the time when I tell my cousins who are married Israeli citizens that coexistence so beautifully is even denied as they love each other, as they have children together, denied even their existence. To the calling again of a humanitarian pause, know this, let me ask you, please, as you all for a humanitarian pause, how many more lives will be enough? How many more children have to be killed? How many more families traumatized and torn apart? There is nothing humanitarian about giving innocent civilians a 4-hour break before they are bombed. We are calling for an end to the violence, not a break in the violence. The humanitarian pause is not enough. President Biden, I hope you're listening. I'm consistent in telling this over and over again. You must listen to the voices of the majority of Americans who are calling for a ceasefire now. So today, again, please look to the majority of your residents, many of which supported you. They're calling you to do what's right. End the violence, support a ceasefire now.
No, go ahead.